Mat Armstrong just spent $100,000 upgrading his rebuilt GT3 RS with one goal: beat a Formula 1 driver on track. And in 4 hours, he's racing Mick Schumacher at Circuit Navarra in Spain. But Mick doesn't know Mat's car has a secret weapon. And if Mat pulls this off, he'll prove something nobody believes is possible. Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button. Mat rebuilt this GT3 RS from a crashed wreck. Engine rebuilt, chassis straightened, entire car brought back to life. But now JZM, the Porsche specialists, are stripping it apart again. Everything coming off. Mat's installing the Manthey Racing kit. 100,000 pounds of aerodynamic upgrades that transform a GT3 RS into something that shouldn't be road legal. But there's a catch. Manthey won't install this kit on a crashed car. JZM needs to inspect Mat's rebuild first. If they find anything wrong, the project is dead. The team checks every bolt, every measurement, every repair. One mistake and this stops. Everything looks good. Car is straight. Suspension geometry is correct. But then they find a broken intake guide that Mat patched with drift stitching. For Porsche specialists installing a $100,000 kit, that's not acceptable. Mat swaps in a new intake guide, installs a proper brake cooling duct, and gets the all clear. The Manthey kit is approved. Inside the boxes is the most extreme aerodynamic package Porsche has ever created. Bigger splitter, wider canards, massive wing end plates, roof fins, shark fin, upgraded suspension, braided brake lines. Everything designed for maximum downforce with zero drag increase. This kit adds 1,000 kilograms of downforce at high speed, an extra ton pressing the car into the track, and somehow drag doesn't increase. First, the wiring. The Manthey suspension is electronically controlled with 7 accelerometer sensors. It adjusts compression and rebound faster than the standard system. To install the wiring, they need to remove the fragile rear screen. One wrong move and it shatters. Screensaver carefully extracts it without breaking it. Mat's impressed. They install the new wiring harness and control unit. Then comes the opaque carbon fiber rear screen. No glass, just solid carbon. Why? Because Manthey wanted aerodynamic elements on the rear screen. But in Germany, it's illegal to obstruct vision through windows. So they replace the entire screen with carbon fiber. Problem solved. Mat positions the carbon screen perfectly centered. 1 millimeter off ruins everything. They slide it into place, seal it, tape it down. Screen installed. Next, suspension. The Manthey suspension handles that extra ton of downforce. Standard suspension would collapse. Mat removes stock suspension and installs Manthey units. He keeps the nose lift system for speed bumps. He transfers the hydraulic nose lift from stock to Manthey struts. Ride height gets set. 11 millimeters front, 72 rear. Everything torqued to spec and marked with paint pen. Front suspension goes in. Rear follows. Easier this time because Mat already rebuilt this car once. Now the aerodynamic upgrades. The front splitter is massive. To support it, they modify the front grille. Mat cuts holes for metal tethers. These bolt to reinforced crash bar plates and provide strength. Without them, downforce would rip the splitter off. New, wider side curtains, massive Manthey splitter, canards stuck to the bumper like fangs. At 100 mph, these canards push the front end into the ground. Rear wing time. The new DRS flap has better aerodynamics. The end plates are absolutely massive. Formula 1 sized, they look ridiculous. But they stop dirty air disrupting clean airflow under the wing. Shark fin goes on the roof. Channels air over the roof and past the rear diffuser. Roof flicks guide hot air from the radiator over the bonnet and away from the engine. New brake pads. Thicker, pre-worn, ready for track use. Braided steel brake lines replace rubber hoses. Fresh brake fluid gets bled through. Final step. Alignment. Laser equipment measures toe, camber, and weight distribution. 75 kilograms added to the driver's seat. Slight toe-in on front wheels. Negative camber for maximum tire contact in corners. 50-50 weight distribution. Every corner balanced perfectly. Floor tray smooths airflow underneath. Massive rear diffuser evacuates air fast. Manthey door sill plates replace stock. Small touch, but it matters. The car is done. Transformed. Heading straight to Circuit Navarra to face Mick Schumacher. Mat's never properly driven this car. First time behind the wheel will be against a Formula 1 driver. Circuit Navarra is perfect. High-speed corners, elevation changes, long straights. Mat takes his first lap. The grip is insane. G-force is brutal. The car feels glued to the track even on cold tires. This is nothing like the standard GT3 RS Mick arrives. He's driving Mat's GT3, same engine, same gearbox. But the GT3 has more torque and higher top speed. The GT3 RS has more horsepower and quicker acceleration. First test, drag race, Mat gets the jump. GT3 RS hooks up instantly. Mat wins by inches. Mick wants a rematch. This time he spins the wheels hard. Smoke pours from the rear. Mat wins again. Rolling race. Mick destroys him. The GT3's higher top speed dominates, but the real test is lap times. One out lap, one hot lap. Everything on a single push. Mick goes first in the GT3, into turn 1 at insane speed. Turn 2 gets away from him. Opposite lock, tires squealing. The GT3 is loose. He's fighting the car through every corner. Constant steering corrections, tires overheating, but Mick's commitment is absolute. Final corner, across the line. Time set. Now Mat's turn in the GT3 RS. He spent hours on the simulator learning this track. Turn 1, Mat taps the brakes. Slower entry gives him a clean exit with zero oversteer. Downhill into compression. The downforce is unreal. Car feels planted. 90-degree right, clean. DRS open on the straight. 130 mph dot, double left-hander. This is where Mick struggled. Mat takes it smooth. No drama. The Manthey kit is working. Final corner. Mat clips the curb, goes wide, commits. Forgets to open DRS on the last straight, across the line. Done. Mick ran 159.8 in the GT3. Mat ran 159.6 in the GT3 RS. 2/10 faster. Mat just beat Mick Schumacher. Can you buy speed? Apparently yes. £100,000 just bought Mat a victory over a Formula 1 driver. But Mick wants revenge. He takes the GT3 RS out, and it starts raining. Turn 1, no lift. 144 mph entry. He didn't brake. Absolute psycho. The GT3 RS handles the wet track perfectly. No oversteer. Planted through every corner, across the line. 156.2. 3 seconds faster than Mat's best. That's the difference between a YouTuber and a Formula 1 driver. Final race. Head-to-head. Wet track. Mat gets a better start, but Mick's racecraft is flawless. He takes the inside line, forces Mat wide, pulls ahead. Mat chases him through every corner. The GT3 RS is faster, but Mick's driving is on another level, across the line. Mick wins, but Mat doesn't care. He just shared a track with Mick Schumacher. He drove cars he rebuilt from wrecks. And for 0.2 of a second, he was faster than a Formula 1 driver. Subscribe and turn on notifications. See you in the next one.